many things about Fortnite that I think about. And I'm sure there's things you guys do too. But like, don't you think that a lot of people talk about that already? I mean, like, lots of people are always making tweets to get their thoughts out there, and even decide to cover random topics on YouTube videos. Anyways, what if there was a way to say it all? Covering random topics that come to your mind, anything you can think of. There's so many years of history in this game. There's gotta be something we can mash into a video, right? Well, I have an idea. What if we do exactly that? I've got a bunch of random thoughts about Fortnite Battle Royale, ranging from things as common as ranked to topics as niche as hit marker sounds. Let's talk about it all. Chapter 7 has been my absolute favorite chapter in years. There's so much that I want to say. So let's not make this just a video about Fortnite Battle Royale, but the video about Fortnite Battle Royale. By the way, 2 things quickly. First off, videos should hopefully start rolling out more frequently now. If you've been following me, you know why. Second off, you know the drill. If you want to support me, use code CHUGACHUG in the item shop. No spaces, hashtag epic partner. Anyways, to the video, there's no time to waste. This place is beautiful.
It's a good day on the west coast, left coast, sun shines most days, good vibes both ways.
Every Fortnite chapter has a map, no dog. I wanted to talk about this first because I'm a huge fan of the Chapter 7 map. Then the 0 Point messed with it. I don't think we told it to do that. Anyways, I think Chapter 7's map was actually one of the best designed maps we've ever gotten in this game. It's smaller than Chapter 6, feeling just about the right size. All of the POIs are placed at the edge, which helps a lot with pacing. It was a smart decision, especially with surfing being at the start of Season 1. People would evenly spread across the map, and whoever survived at the main POIs would likely be rotating towards the center of the map anyway, which causes more mid-game fights to happen. Even if the circle pulls to you, you'd have more people coming into your direction. Chapter 7's map felt so well designed because of that. Even the new Shattered Coast map feels good at that. And of course, the pacing in general getting better has helped a lot too. Rivalries don't speed the game up and then slow it down. But even then, gameplay aside, the aesthetics of both maps were great. Chapter 7 was based off of the West Coast. Makes sense, it's called the Golden Coast, with a lot of POIs being based off of real life places. There's even a whole chart. Look at this. It's awesome. Its vibes were through the roof for me. It was great. Chapter 7's first map was a personal favorite of mine. Just everything about it worked so well to me. And now it's gone. I've still got to get used to this new map, but even then, this season is proving that to be good too. Seems to have followed a lot of the footprints of Golden Coast, which makes sense, it's the same chapter. Okay. Now this is a very unique topic, but it's something I wanted to talk about. As I'm sure anyone who has played this chapter has noticed, Chapter 7 introduced new hit marker sound effects. These are so interesting to me because even though I love the sounds of the legacy ones, I just love the punchy feel of the new ones. They make hitting headshot pumps so satisfying.
Oh my god!
Something I find interesting is how you also have the option to turn these off if you prefer the older ones. It's a bit buggy. Of course it is, it's a Fortnite feature, but it's nice to have the option. I like to think that they did this after the whole movement animation backlash where people wanted an option to revert to the classic ones. Thoughtful of them. Do let me know which ones you guys prefer in the comments, by the way. I'm really curious. And now, while this video is solely about Battle Royale, I quickly want to mention another BR adjacent mode, OG. OG got an update not too long into Season 7 where it automatically uses the legacy option for your hit marker sounds. It's a nice attention to detail because they're the older sound effects. However, since those sounds are still from Chapter 3, they decided to do another update even later on where they actually use the original sounds, all the way from back in Chapter 1. They're also a little bit buggy, they play the wrong sounds when you take damage, but it's still such a cool thought for them to have. It's awesome because now we have a good comparison of the evolution of these sound effects just from getting clips in-game currently. They sounded so similar for the longest time, but sound completely refreshed with modern Fortnite. Take a listen. The mode that deserves to take the title as the better option between build mode and zero build has been a debate that formed ever since Chapter 3 Season 2. The real answer is up to what you like the best. I know that's really corny, no complex, but it's true. Play your way after all. The thing that bothers me though is when people spread misinformation. Now, one of the most common points in Zero Build's favor that people bring up is that it has more players than Battle Royale. More players. Well, people always check the in-game player counts and use screenshots of that as proof, but it's a little bit misleading. Zero Build does have more concurrent players than build mode during times, but not players in general. If you were to check Fortnite.gg, you could see the individual unique player counts for any mode you want. Check Battle Royale's count and you'd see it's higher than Zero Build, usually even by around 1 million players. And just for clarification, by unique players, I mean separate players that have logged in to play that mode, not players currently playing at that moment in time. If you think about it, that's kind of a win for both. Build has a lot of players while Zero Build holds their players longer. And then they merged the two player counts and we were never able to see them separated again. Maybe that's a sign. We don't need to fight over if you like blueprints or not. We should just hold hands and frolic through the Shattered Coast grass. I really am corny. This one is oddly specific, but when I wanted to talk about this initially, I planned on bringing up the Flex SMG. This gun was busted in Season 1, and I oddly never saw as many people talking about it as I thought I would. If you had an epic or legendary version, you essentially didn't even need an assault rifle. When you ADS, the range, spread, and fire rate just work together to create what's essentially a mini assault rifle and an SMG in the same slot. And yes, it works as an SMG. Wow, the SMG works as an SMG. Who would have thought? And it's unvaulted now, which I am happy about. But even then, it felt even stronger back in Season 1. It's interesting. I'm one for weapon balance, but this weapon felt so strong, yet in a good way. Oh, and also don't even get me started on the mythic Bigfoot's Flex SMG. 30 damage on an SMG? Oh my god.
Yoshi's Island.
3 in a row! Busted. Originally, I just wanted to talk about how ranked was already fun to grind, but would be even more fun if it was a little bit harder. It's now harder. I've enjoyed Chapter 7 so much that I've been motivated to grind to Unreal. And I did it. Twice. I haven't done that since 2023. Something I learned from this season was that the ranked grind journey is a little bit different now. All you need to know is that placement means a lot less, while eliminations mean a lot more. This makes sense. We had people reaching Unreal by camping the whole time, which, no shade to Bushcamp Dad, by the way. He's my goat. Met him in Delulu once. Shout out. I mean, heck, even Laserbeam did it without moving. That's honestly crazy impressive still, though, because what? You've got to be very aggressive now, which is a good thing. Aggression rewards skill. Me and my friend Dubs here have had some really weird ranked matches. We can survive a lot, but gain nothing. Or on the flip side, we can die early, but our eliminations just happen to save our percentage. It's a lot to adjust to, but I'm still here for the ride. I mean, hey, let's keep that whole chapter Unreal streak going, right, Dubs?
Word.
Something that I noticed at the start of Chapter 7, and even throughout Chapter 5 and 6, was that people had a bit of a skewed idea on how events should be. You know what I mean? People would see a mini event and think it should be bigger when it was never supposed to be, that type of thing. Something I thought was interesting was how they renamed those mini events to story moments, which I think is a cool name. It gets the idea across pretty well, or at least it should. People still complained at first about the story moments. You know, the things that were advertised to be small, by the way. But I think they got over that. A bigger event would be more like 0 Hour or Shattered. 0 Hour literally became my favorite event of all time. I was not expecting them to go that crazy. I had hoped for something that would make me feel the same type of emotions that I did when seeing that island flip for the first time back in 2021. It didn't. I didn't get close to crying. I got close to passing out. Oh.
Yeah, shoot him, bro.
Hot tricks! My mic literally came off the stand. Icons! Loser fruit! Nick A30!
2 HP.
Oh. Shoot.
It's Tanjiro.
Hot tricks!
It's Miss Killbill herself.
That's Aura.
That's Aura.
Get on.
Yeah! Superman!
Biggest Superman.
Really? Hey bro, Beavis and Butthead, Jade, Big Dill, Ziggy, everyone. Dude, Fortnite is flexing so hard right now. Godzilla just got clipped. What? Is that the cube? That's the cube emoji! With the red cube with the emoji! That is crazy. Literally everyone is here. What is going on? Oh, it's spinning. What if that thing explodes? I didn't mean it. I was kidding. Paradigm. Shut up. Wait, please let this be Paradigm because it's just like we should grab the 0 point back in Chapter 1 Season 9. Oh. Yeah. Anyways, the craziest part? Shattered lives up to it. That event was insane. Fortnite absolutely can still cook with these events. This one also hit me differently. Unlike 0 Hour where I was just hyperventilating the whole time, I was just so in shock that I could barely even say anything for Shattered. And also, if you guys were there for the stream, you know exactly how I felt about that reveal. Wait... The Ageless? I'm telling you...
What is...
There's a duck over here. The visitor is actually secretly Geno. Trust. Why else would
there's
he be
something over
wearing
here.
that Oathbound? This theory is so stupid, but I'm running with it. Can you imagine if I'm right?
This has to be Geno.
I was gonna say, guys, it's gotta be Geno.
It's the visitor.
So Geno, yeah!
Yes!
No! 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 What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? He's controlling the whole thing! What did I say? What did I say? Buffs and especially nerfs have been a touchy subject in the Fortnite community. I can't believe I just said that and had it actually be completely true. What the heck? Now, I won't beat a dead horse and talk about this too long, but ever since Wrecked, it's felt like the community has been split. There's one side that wants everything to be broken all the time and gets super scared when things are nerfed, and then there's the other side that simply just wants a balanced game and thinks that nerf should be necessary. I'm more on the latter side, but it's still such an interesting phenomenon to see. Wrecked's questionable decisions managed to make both sides so mad that there is a side of the community that is genuinely scared of any nerf to a weapon, even if it's something simple like a -1 damage nerf. Now personally, I think that having a balanced game is the more healthy option. However, it is also interesting to shake things up every once in a while too. I think that even Epic knows this, and they found an interesting solution that not many people seem to be talking about. More on that later though. This entry is specifically going to be about gameplay elements, not really just cosmetics. Trust me, I would love to talk about the amazing digital circus in this video as much as you guys would probably want to hear it, but that's for another time. I watched the premiere, by the way, it was great. Anyways, I've been thinking about this a lot because I feel like other people are pretty split on this. Some people love having collab gameplay elements in Battle Royale, while others don't want something they don't care about to invade their matches. And I get it, sometimes gameplay will be weak. Sometimes it'll be strong. That Simpsons season was the best season we've had in a long time up to that point. At least that's what I think. The South Park collab we had was interesting. It felt like it lasted forever, but the content was at the same time super cool. The Stick of Truth was a genuine game changer. It was so fascinating. I think it both really depends not only on if you just like the collab, but if they have executed it well. Simpsons season, once again, was a great example. I personally didn't care too much about The Simpsons before then, but that season made me care. The fact that Fortnite can do that, that's powerful. This is another topic that a lot of people have always had conflicting thoughts on, but it's been especially more apparent recently. Fortnite, as we know, is very much associated with leaks, and that's something that's gotten a bit tiring for a lot of us recently. Every skin gets leaked, every update gets revealed, every season gets spoiled. People are sick of it. A lot of the fun with experiencing new stuff comes from the surprise of opening the update when the season drops. Heck, even just watching the trailer when it premieres. The people themselves at Fortnite are also very chill with the leaks, even having times where not only them on their personal accounts, but even the main Fortnite accounts will reply to the leakers. It's kind of funny. A healthy amount of leaks are fine. I mean, stuff is gonna get out regardless, but it gets to a certain point. Remember Chapter 5 where everything was revealed on a roadmap leak? The entire roadmap full of all plans that they had for the entirety of 2024 just completely revealed to the entire community by some random leak one day? Remember when we had to wait to see if Billie Eilish was the next festival headliner just to see if it was real or not? Man, what a time. A lot of people have felt refreshed, including myself, specifically this season. Because if you think about it, it's the first season that we've had in a long time where basically nothing was leaked. Is that real or fake? This is real. They literally just tweeted it. Now imagine that, but all the time. The scene of this game would be a lot different. Okay, so this one is hilarious to me. When I first wrote this down, I was going to talk really in depth about how hard it is to balance red dot weapons, because it's an item type that a lot of people love, but a lot of people don't like because they're usually really busted when they're added to the game. But ironically, they fixed this problem. They go projectile now after a certain distance. It's actually a great solution to a problem that's existed for years now. I actually don't really have too much to say now. They kind of foiled my plans with that one. Something I've thought about a lot is how strong weapons have gotten.
They're in a reboot, man.
This pistol, that was a green pistol. I wondered why they did this. It seems a bit odd, even though it does feel good. After thinking about it more, I crafted a theory. And stick with me here. What if the reason they did this goes back to the balancing talk that we had earlier? Now remember, half of the community has a problem with busted weapons getting nerfed, while the other half has an issue with the game's balancing being off. Do you think that might be why they scaled everything up? Think about it. Everything is powerful now, and even the strongest weapons this chapter when put up against everything else aren't as strong as the ones from chapter 5 and 6 were compared to everything from their time. Mostly. But I think you get what I'm saying here. If that's really true, I don't mind. I get the problems with stronger weapons, but I think that this being the solution actually doesn't bother me much. But I mean, it is just a theory after all. A game! Let's be honest here, Fortnite's story is a mess. Or at least it was. It's gotten way better ever since Chapter 4 ended, reaching incredible new heights with Chapter 7's launch. We finally have a really story-focused chapter again. It's wild. However, there's still a lot of stuff that just gets more and more complicated the longer you think about it. The loop is still here, that's been confirmed. How does it work now? Are NPCs the same as the people that escaped the loop? How does it all tie in together? Why did the Pelion squad disappear? I missed them. Seriously, Fortnite, where did they go? I won't mention too much because I don't want to make you all think about it too long, but I really do hope that with this new story direction, things start making a lot more sense. There's still a lot of pieces of Donald Mustard's story that still have to get picked up somehow. Maybe we're not too far away from figuring it out. Man, I love Fortnite. This game genuinely rocks so much. Battle Royale still has yet to get old for me. There's just so many things I think about all the time, and I'm glad I finally got to talk about it. Fortnite Battle Royale really is something else, eh? I'm glad it's brought me here, to all of my friends, to all of the fun, to all of you guys. Isn't that great? This thing's brought us all together. And even when things get rough and it's hard to see past the horizon, I always think that this game knows how to bounce back. It's incredible. You know, I actually had something prepared for this video. Something to express my love and appreciation for the Golden Coast. Or I guess, now the Shattered Coast. Remember that song I talked about once in the Niche Facts video? Just a Holiday in Battlewood? Well, it's not exactly a holiday anymore. But we can change up some of the words. Drop in on that wave, let's surf to Battlewood.
Surf.
To become movie stars, if we only could. We're going out west to make our dreams come true. And if we can, at least we'll get some loot. Fortnite's gonna Fortnite, just West Coast dreaming. Up here in Battlewood, with Jonesy and friends who'll wanna win that gold for good. Where's all the loot? We're searching for a dub in every neighborhood, and that's just another day in Battlewood.
My favorite letter is the S.
All the glitz and all the glamour, your agent called, your career has started.
You don't give up now.
Yeah, just another day in Battlewood. We let it blow on Sandy Strip. Let's take a trip to where our dreams come true. Yeah, just another day in Battlewood. We won't let them take our island tonight. Battle Royale is fun and all, but there's still so many other places that we can go.